brand new rear gas tank. Ooh. Alright, ladies and gents. We are here. Now we're doing it. Hopefully. Coolio. Alright, where are we going here? Guess we're gonna go down there. Actually, let me stop. Tally bank. Knowledge of the deed manuscript. Darkshire and Duskwood. What was the cold iron ore and nightmare moss? Cold iron ore and nightmare moss. Remember that. Cold iron ore and nightmare moss. Cold iron ore and nightmare moss. Should be 10 of each. Cold iron ore and nightmare moss. You got that? Cold iron ore and nightmare moss. That's what I need. Cold iron ore. Nightmare moss. I need 10. 12 gold. Bruh. Nope. Cold iron ore it is. Big dog. That's too much. That's too much. What is the name of my druid? Tallycat. How did I not know that? Tallycrass. Tallycat. Got it. Okay. Next, let's open a bunch of this stuff. I'm not gonna have any room for this. I'm gonna Alright, let's see. Throw a couple of these items up in the auction house. We'll see if they sell. I don't know. We'll see. Possibly. Sell. Post. Stamp spirit. Alright, we're gonna go 5. Chance. Edge Masters. I can't believe I found Edge Masters. That was crazy. 2 stacks of 1. 1 stack of 1. 1. 2 stacks of 1. 4 stacks of 1. Juan. 1. 1. How is, while I'm getting all these sorted, how is everybody doing tonight? Hope you're having a good night on this. It's Friday? Friday night? Yeah. Almost Saturday morning. I'm just trying to sort out some stuff before I hop back over to the Druid and continue my leveling process. Wait, Green Hills of Stranglethorn. Sell. Green Hills, Green Hills, Green Hills. Hello and welcome. everybody and anybody. Appreciate your patronage. Playing a little Season of Discovery, enjoying myself because it is fun. Okay. I get one. My phone's getting low here. I gotta plug it in. Apologize for the distraction, but I'll be alright with you. Right with you. This. 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 Okay. Okay. There's that. That's good. That's done. Let's empty the rest of my mailbox. Oh, did I get some likes? Hello, hello. Look at all of these likes I'm getting. That's appreciated. Everybody and anybody. Love that support. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. 94 likes. Good lord. I mean, I knew I was entertaining, but that's, you know, here we are. I guess when you got it, right? That's... What else is there to say? Warded staff. Ooh, let's see if that bad boy sells. 5 stacks of 20. 1 stack of 20. Yeah, just get it out of here. 4 stacks of 20. 1 stack of 20. "94 likes, 10 out of 10. Welcome, everybody. Hope you are all doing good on this Friday night, or wherever you may be located around the world." 94 likes, 10 out of 10. Spoiling me with this support. Dare I say, I like it. Wow, apologize. Get that out of there. Stuff falling out. Alright, back to the Druid. Let's go to get some dailies done. Hi, Miss Luna Bear. She my precious sweet girl. Yeah, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. 148 likes. Hi, baby. How are you? This is Miss Luna. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe we gotta clean your ears. Hi, baby. You my sweet girl. You my sweet girl. There we go. She's gonna go make her nest in the blankets. Whoopa. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Oh, she gonna come over and say hi again. Hi, baby. Yeah, you my sweet girl. You my sweet girl. Hi, my love. How are you doing? Hi, baby. Hi, sweet thing. This is Miss Mabel. She's our shelter dog that wound up having cancer. We got it, hopefully got it removed. And she is now in her forever home, getting spoiled beyond belief. Thank you, thank you. Is that May Fanny? Apologize if I butchered that. Ah, baby. Oh, you're not done. Sorry. I apologize. You're not done. Alright, go ahead. Go lay down. Up. Go. Go lay down. Go ahead. Good girl. She's got a big chair with blankets all over it. Ishnu. Oh, you're not done. Hi. You got a full belly. You should be sleeping by now. Oh, here we go again. What? What are you gonna climb on the desk? Hey, back off. Go lay down, please. Can you lay down? So you're not shoving your nose in my eye? As you like to do? What? Up. No. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably join you. I want to get some levels on the Druid. I'm flying down to Duskwood.
Okay.
To start the dailies down there. Don't know if I'm high enough to solo those bosses, but I can. Everything else is pretty easy. I got like 3 levels when I did it this morning.
Nice. I'll come down there while I'm waiting on. I'm gonna give you a crafting a big bag right now.
Oy, oy, oy. 148 likes. 10 out of 10. Oh, hi, Milo. Now you want some? Let me move that stuff so you can hop up here. Up. I think I might start doing some... I found my capture card. I gotta get my PS4 hooked up. I might start doing some... No, I know, but no. No more. You can lay there and relax. And I moved my hand. Grain Turismo 7. That's what I was thinking of. This and this. Oh, cool. Nightmare moss is expensive. They wanted like...
What is it used for?
One of the dailies down here. But I checked in the auction house. Yeah, and it was like 4 or 5 gold for a stack of 10.
The fuck?
I got a stack of 10 ore for like 35 silver, so that was a lot. I'm able to skin so I can get the Dream Touch Dragon Skin. Oh, I didn't go increase my skinning. Are you on the flight path yet?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna fly back to Stormwind so I can grab increased skinning. And then I'll be back in Darkshire. Forgetting stuff. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Alright.
Need help?
Back to Stormwind.
Have a good one.
Alright. We're gonna get to Stormwind. I gotta train in skinning so I can actually increase my level of skinning. And then we're gonna go muff some stuff up in Duskwood. Get a few more levels on the Druid. How is everybody doing tonight on this Friday night? Saturday morning, just hit midnight. August 1st. 2 days after my birthday. Boy, am I feeling my age. Right, Milo? She's just sitting on the desk. She doesn't know what she's doing. I know it's captivating gameplay on these long flight paths in Classic, but You know, part of the journey. Hi, how are you? Are you gonna be a pain, or are you gonna lay down and sleep on me? Because I like when you put your head on my arm and fall asleep, because you don't bother me. I know, you don't like to be disturbed, but when you're in the way, unfortunately.
Spent the morning looking for, or maybe like
Light.
an hour here, an hour there, looking for Blood of Heroes. And it's just like, just when you give up hope, you found like 2.
Yeah, I've never messed with that. I didn't really do much of endgame classic stuff, because I started in TBC.
Well met.
There we go. Now I can actually increase my my level of skinning. So yeah, in season 2, I'm probably doing Druid DPS. So I can do like a flex heal if need be, or it's either going to be Druid or Death Knight. That is what has been decided.
Either flex heal others, or you can heal yourself with it as a Death Knight.
Yeah. Ideally, I'll just be worrying about, you know, the one and only.
Yep.
Alright, heading down.
Wait.
Heading to the
Let me
flight
give you
path.
this bag. I'm gonna
Here.
head down to, but I'll meet you
Yeah.
at that spot.
You're actually going to land before I get to the flight path. Ishnu. Oh lordy, actually I'm gonna go throw one of these bags in my bank. Oh lordy, it feels like retail. Oh, Plague, well, John actually, he hopped over to retail. He's gonna try to join us.
Okay.
Look at these
That's-
likes.
Wait, that's Barkus, or that's the Plague?
Yeah,
I
Plague.
get excited.
Plague's the one that's mainly in Discord with us.
Gotcha.
Welcome, everybody. Look at all of these likes. Greatly appreciate it. Guys are spoiling me tonight. And I like it. Like it a lot. Mickey Mouse in the Hood. I am quite intertwined with Disney, unfortunately. Golly, that bag makes me feel fancy. This bag makes me look Puerto Rican.
I feel Spanish like a Puerto Rican is here. Yeah, I love me some Puerto Rican.
Well met.
Oh, that dude, I sent you a video on Instagram where there's somebody playing a song and he can't not twerk to it.
Right.
That's
You
like,
need to stop. You need to stop.
yeah, that's like the dude I work with, Danny. I swear, if I play Bad Bunny, he'll just immediately
Break it
he's gonna blow the restaurant away with the velocity of those cheeks flapping. Yeah, he had to watch the halftime show because it was Bad Bunny, and he couldn't stop dancing, so I wound up, like, he was sitting in a chair watching it, but he couldn't stop dancing, so I wound up taking his phone so I can hold it for him so he can throw it around all inside the side station in the back room.
That's a good friend, a good coworker.
Yeah, it was funny as hell. Quite comical. Said natural likes. How many were there that you did? Oh. Oh. Well, I'm up 201, so.
I know, I got you up to 201 from like
Nice.
6 or 7.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. They are so loud jumping around. It's like they're excited or something. Alrighty then. Oh,
You're gonna have to murder those 2 elites if you want to do those first.
Yeah. Well, there's 3. Yeah, 3 of them. The Worgen, the Dragon, and the Ogre. Without the XP penalty, it's so nice being able to get help and help people. Yeah, some guy, it was a paladin, was running around yesterday. I don't know, it was a warrior. I guess he was a herbalist, but he just traded me a full stack of 20 of those moss.
Nice.
Yeah, so now I have that. I actually have everything but the leather to turn in with those 2. And I'll get leather as I skin. Hi, Luna, stop putting your claws in my armpit. That hurts. I know you need attention. I give you a lot. Yeah, play with your toy. Yeah, the more I was playing the hunter, I'm like, I know I'm gonna be frustrated in retail if I'm playing just a DPS class.
You're going to want to switch and
Yeah.
to help, or
Yeah.
this is a big thing for flex.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that hybrid. If Blizzard wasn't so terrible at making a game and gave shamans the ability to tank in retail, I'd be all about it. But they are just growing. You know, it's all growing pains. They're learning. Slow and steady. Let me gather all these. It's been 87 years. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So much experience. To infinity and be gone.
And it's gone.
Oh, I never got Ferocious Bite, did I? Oh, that's such a strong skill and I don't have it. Don't worry, I got bag space. Oh, heading back up. BRB a minute.
Oh, 2 up. Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna stealth on through. Break on through to the other side. Nice. Oh Lord, he's coming. Oh Lord, he's coming. Boom, boom. Bingo. Fantastic. 2 cleared right off the bat. Alright. Let's say I'm gonna head over to the ogres first, then we can work our way over ogres, dragons, then whatchamacallit?
Have a target.
Worgen.
Okay.
Whatever those things are. The Horgan. You walk over and it's just a bunch of wolfmen twerking everywhere.
I'm the range.
Excuse me, just passing through. Make way for Prince Davy.
Say hey to Prince Charlie.
I gotta go in the cave. That guy's already rescued. Cool.
Too far away.
It's like, why is everything sparkling, but you made it free for all? Just wondering what was on my toe, but it's my cat sniffing it, so it's a cold nose touching my toe. Luckily, I'm used to strange feelings on my body, so I didn't violently kick my foot. Let me get this intelligence report. I also, too, am listening. Oopale. Alright, ogre area done.
I need to get closer.
Welcome, welcome everybody. I'm just getting help with the daily area in the Season of Discovery. And, yeah, be messing with some Druid stuff tonight. Might be running something on my Hunter, BRD, but we'll see. See if we get a buddy logging in. Might get a run going. Does he give everything?
I have no idea.
Guess we'll find out. Guess we shall find out. Only one way to find out. No. And a little bit of currency. Failed attempt. No bueno.
I can't lose that.
Oh, hold on, be right there.
I can't lose that.
Already rescued that one, so it's the one in the Worgen area I still need to rescue. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I can't loot that. I can't loot that.
Dream touched.
I can't loot that.
I need the intelligent report in the barn. And I need to not be. Oh. Yeah, I slept. There we go. Now I'm gonna loot this stuff. In case I miss another, another world epic. Oh yeah, he's in the house.
Ich Ishnu Daldier.
Ishnu Daldier to you too. It's Worgen time. Can I scale? So weird that there's a torch and like it's a path here, but I can't get up here. Hold on, I'm taking a long way around apparently. Alright, we're good, we got there. We got it. I knew what I was doing.
I believe you all along.
That makes one of us. Easy peasy. I hope these Worgen knew what they were doing when they messed with me. Alright, intelligence up in this little house. Or no, it's yeah, intelligence here, then the boss, and the rescue one down there. I'll rescue here, boss, or intelligence in the boss room. One of those. Alright, that's enough of you. Come on, big money. No whammies. No money. Or whammies.
Can I assist you?
Alright, and that's a wrap. I'm gonna go save this dude.
Did you get the shadow scythe?
No, I did not. That's right. Good call. Now I did. What is this one? Winter's Bite. Wonder how expensive Winter's Bite is in the auction house. Oh, good lord. Mhm. 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 I like that I can stealth through all this stuff and not have to worry about them aggroing onto the dude I'm rescuing. The Legend of Stalvin. Yeah, Big Dog's still with me. We got it. We good. Rescued. There's all of them. Ooh, I am on the cusp of 31. On the cusp. There it is. And I remember when SOD first started, you couldn't carry more than one of those waylaid chests. And they had a lot higher drop rate.
Oh god, so you're
when
just constantly
yeah,
barraged with bullshit.
yeah. So like, especially being in the Barrens where you won't hit a major city for, 3 months. That's wild.
Entire level just like that.
Yeah, 46% through. Not quite friendly enough. Okay, now what's I gonna do? could head up to South Shore. Wait. Shimmering Flats. I love that place because I can skin everything there. Alright, I am going to head to Moonglade.
Okay.
And then work my way down. What's
think
going
I'm
on,
going to
everybody?
Call it for a night.
Alright.
Starting to fade.
That's fine. Appreciate the help. Appreciate your
So-
patronage.
Thank you for choosing the Elite Pummeling package.
How we all doing today? Tonight. It's nighttime. Hi, Luna.
I'll let
How
you
are
tomorrow.
you? Sounds good. Have a good night.
You too.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Miss Luna Bear. How we doing? Hi, baby. I know. I know. Yeah. My sweetheart. Little Luna girl. And this is our little
I am honored.
shelter cancer dog. When we got her from the shelter, she had a mass on her back leg, and we thought we'll take her to the vet and get her looked at. Well, they wound up doing surgery, our $20 adoption. Turned into, God, it was like $1,500, $2,000 surgery to get the mass removed. They did a biopsy, found out that it was cancerous, but they think they got it all. It was about a little over a year ago, I think. She's bumbling around like a puppy, so as long as she's having that kind of life and energy, we're gonna keep her as is. She is a sweetheart, and she deserves it. I know she did a long stint in the shelter. Then and then she was adopted, and the person that adopted her didn't realize they had breed restrictions at their apartment. No pities. So she was returned. She tasted freedom for a second, and then was returned. And now she's with us. She got a full house. She has a big chair, fuzzy blankets, all the food. She got a fenced-in backyard to run around in. Anybody that sees any of the videos can see all of our aminals, and 3 cats, 3 dogs, and a tortoise. Not too shabby. Appreciate everybody stopping in, though. Support is very much so appreciated. All the views and lurks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I gotta swing by something or another. Actually, let me... What flight pads do I have? Astronar. Dark Shore to Wetlands. Should I run down to Booty Bay? After I hearthed all the way to whatever, the Moonglade, thinking I had more flight pads. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Stone Talon, I'm not really worried about. I can go Stone Town. Well, let me see. I could technically run all the way through the Barrens down to Thousand Needles, which would be safer than Stranglethorn Vale. Could stop off at Ratchet and grab that flight path. That would help me get to STV. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna go from here down to here. Actually, I wonder what level those dailies open up. Back. Anybody doing Black Fathom Deeps? I'll throw myself in. Level 32 Feral Druid. Let's see what happens. It'd be nice. I don't know if anybody's going to jump on it, but it'd be nice. Close that. We shall see how this is going to happen. By the way, step 47. Coffee on my Jurassic Park mic. Delicious. Well, good morning, everybody, now that it is after midnight. Officially August 1st, 2026. And we're here. We're doing it. Enjoying all the lurks, all the views, all the support. Got a lot of likes on TikTok. That's awesome. You guys are spoiling me. So, question. Season 2 of Retail is going to be dropping in a couple weeks. I think August 18th. I am not going to be tanking this season. Normally, I am one of the tanks. And I'm debating on what DPS to pick. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do Feral DPS. And then Feral DPS will carry over. I'll be able to heal or tank if need be in other areas. Feral DPS or Frost Death Knight. And then I'll have tanking on standby. What do you guys think? Hello, Sir Lancashire. Of the 7 realms. And 1 basement. How you doing tonight? What's that? What is your serious, quite big demand? Yeah, I know he does, but did he what is he interested in playing, do you know? Well, if he's interested in playing DK, I'll roll Druid. And I think that answers my question. I'll run Feral. See, it's frustrating. If Blizzard knew how to make a proper game, I'd be on the Shaman 100%. But you know, they're fresh into it. It's all growing pains. They'll figure it out one day. But yeah, if he's interested in Death Knight, then I will 100% roll Feral Druid for season 2. And that should answer the question. Right, chat, what do you think? Season 2 Feral Druid? Give that a swing. And then I can tank if need be at random times, or be... I'll probably be one of the flex healers. Run Feral DPS and then off-spec Resto. I think that would be a good idea. Yep, I like it. That's gonna be it. And that is how an indecisive person makes a decision. Here I am. Might even dab it out a little bit. I'm excited about the new zone. The big underground area. And all the venom pools and all that. I like it. That'll work. And it is already August 1st. Where does the time go? Actually, I gotta look at something on the internet. RQ. For those of you that don't know, RQ means real quick. You're welcome. I'll be here all night. Go back. Stuck on a route. View. Dare I say. Jeez Louise. In 20 days. 20 days. Are you ready for this? It is now August 1st. On August 21st, less than a month after my birthday, is the 19th anniversary. Sounds terrible, but I don't know. 19th. What would... My mother passed away 19 years ago. What would you say? Because an anniversary of a death doesn't really sound... Oh, so, you know... What would you call that? Yeah, 19 years ago, I lost my mother to cancer. There. That. 19 years ago, lost my mother. That sounds more properly emotional than anniversary. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank here. But we got it. I don't know. Can you guys hear? my wife in the background. She's talking in the living room. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Hopefully it's quiet enough where the suppression system's canceling it out. But aside from my news, how is everybody doing tonight? This morning, early in the morning on August 1st, 2026. Situation report. Not too shabby. Golly. Golly. Look at... You know, you guys are spoiling me on TikTok. We had 201 likes. That's not bad. Dare I say I'm almost him. I gotta avoid them. Druid. Oh, they're level 40s. They look dangerous. Alright, I gotta let my buddy know what I am officially going to be running in Season 2 of Retail. So I'll be running Feral DPS, off-spec healers, so I can help the guild get ahead of the curve achievement. Should be pretty good. And once again, everybody that's tuning in, greatly appreciate the support. You can like and subscribe if you would like to. The views alone are greatly appreciated. I'm not pressuring anybody to do anything. It's 2026. We know how it is.
I can hear you on my video.
Sorry. She can hear me, so she's got to close the door. So yeah. Appreciate all of the support. All the views are really nice to see. I think I might do when I finally get to the point where I'm going to be ripping apart the engine of the truck, because I got to rebuild the top end of my 1990 F350. Got a big block in there that I think I have a cracked head gasket, because I can see a bit of smoke, which leads me to believe there's some weepage between a cooling channel and the combustion chamber in the cylinder. So I got a head gasket kit and everything. Once I get the back of the truck done, clean up the bed, get that all assembled, then I'm gonna rip into the engine, get that broken down, replace the head gaskets, do some front end work, and then once I'm done with that, I can pretty much drive the truck from Florida here all the way up to Alaska and back, and probably without any issues whatsoever. So that feels good. I like the old ones. They fun. Also, some more news. The wife and I got a letter in the mail
Hey, how you doing?
regarding
Have a good
the county's going to be putting a toll road in, and they are going to be requiring our property. So we might be getting bought out, and if we do, yeah, dog's messing with the cat again. If we do get bought out, there's a chance we might
What you want?
possibly look at moving out west. And if we move out west, one thing I really want to do is, so I'm originally from Pennsylvania, used to go four-wheeling all the time. I had some old Jeeps and trucks and stuff. I want to take some of the really nice, scenic, comfortable trails that go through the Rocky Mountains. And if I do, I may set up a live stream for that, if people would be interested in tuning it to an off-road excursion through the Rocky Mountains. I just don't know. I'd probably take my Jeep I have now. I don't think I'd take my big lifted truck, because it might not be the most stable. Actually might reduce the lift on that. I don't really need it that big. I'm getting too old to be jumping around up and into trucks like that. I don't know, but it does look cool. The kid's side of me, it's an 89 F-150 with a 6-inch lift on 35s, and it does look good. I will admit. To me, anyway. To each their own. I do wish they had some of that stuff. Like, I like playing SnowRunner. I wish I can get, you know, an early F-Series that I can lift and make look like mine. That'd be cool. Yeah, here we are. Long run down the Golden Road. I'm heading down to Feralis because I want to get the Shimmering Flats quest done, because it's a great level for it, and I get to skin everything, which is quite nice. Actually, let me see. Dungeon Scarlet. Ooh, SM quest starting up. Boy, I say, see, but Druid really doesn't have anything in SM to get. It's kind of a sad part about it. Warrior, Paladin, Hunter, Shaman are pretty much the... Oh, and I guess Casters too. Especially in Cathedral, you can get some good stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of not in that great of luck with the Druid and Scarlet Monastery. Yeah, it is what it is. Here we are. Alright, I'm gonna check this. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Nope. Nope. Not yet. I need to get a work on Portal also. I started another playthrough of Portal, and I've been going through getting the achievement to find every radio in all of the test chambers and finding the location in the test chamber where I get interference and I pick up a frequency. Because there's an achievement for that I didn't know about. I played through Portal and Portal 1 several times, but I never concerned myself about achievements. And I started a new playthrough of Portal. I'm like, you know what? I might mess with an achieve or two. So that might be fun. Once I'm done, I want to do a super cut of all of that stuff. Because during the stream, I had took a lot of dog attention breaks because Luna needed some lovin's. And who am I to say no to her? Nathan Neal. Actually, know somebody with a very similar name. So yeah, for season 2 of retail, yeah, looks like we're gonna be doing Feral Druid DPS, so I can have off spec resto if need be. Yeah. It was a long night of work, but we're here. We're enjoying it. Here to get to play a little sod and have some people tune in if they'd like. I'm gonna put my feet up on my ottoman. My cat's already up there, and she loves it when my feet are up there. She uses them as pillows. There we go. There we go. Now she'll lay down and relax. Field of Giants. This is a little bit of a trick, dare I say. Ooh, the AC just kicked on. The vents under the desk, and it's blowing on my feet. That feels good. That feels real good. I don't really know, because I grew up in Pennsylvania, and then I moved down to Florida. But I've had a lot of people from where I grew up ask me where my accent's from, and I was, I lived 5 minutes down the road from them, so I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it. I've had people ask me if I'm from out west or down south. Yes. I guess technically I've been down here long enough. I'm a Floridian. But, yeah. I think it's how I pronounce my A's that throws people off. And I don't really have any answers. So I'm unsure. I was thinking maybe Canadian because I took after my mother's side that was English Canadian. Got the Canadian sound E. But yeah, I've been down here for 12 years now, I think. Ish. Throne of Crawl. Okay. I'm gonna take a run up to grab the flight path, and then I'll head down into Gadget Sand in Tanaris. So I have that flight path and access to that bank. Well, how is everybody doing tonight? It's now, yeah, officially 1 a.m. August 1st, 2026. Time flies when you're working hard. Yeah, I want to get... I found my capture card. I got my TV mounted above my desk. I got to get my PlayStation. It's only PS4. It's not going to be the best quality, but it still runs Gran Turismo 7. So I want to get that set up so I can start. It'd be nice doing like a, you know, trying to get the daily challenge done in the morning. I'm not a big fan of doing a lot of stuff online with it. Kind of, I don't mind just doing racing against the AI, and I know they had an update where the AI was actually quite competitive. So we'll see. I am considering a steering wheel, but I don't know what one to get. I tried one a couple years ago. It was only like 70 or 80 bucks for the steering wheel that I found. I tried to get one that was decent ratings and not too expensive, but it felt terrible. I couldn't get a proper calibration on it. I must have redone. I watched, you know, many videos, read the instructions many times. Couldn't quite get a good calibration on the steering wheel. And it had two settings. It had one where it was I think aggressive steering and what's it called, passive steering or something, where you turn the wheel a little and it turns the wheels a lot, and then vice versa. But it always felt off. There was a lot of delay in it. Didn't like it at all. So I'd like to get a good steering wheel at some point. And then I'll probably, because I like building stuff, I build my desk and everything, I'll probably end up making my own rig. And I got a welder now too for working on the truck, so if I figure out what kind of good steering wheel to get, I can build my own rig and start having more fun in Gran Turismo and SnowRunner. And Forza. Horizon 6 is a lot of fun. But I keep seeing stuff that the game's population's already declining. Just kind of sad, because I feel like there was a lot of work done to it, and they did a really good job. But, you know, People aren't into it. Can't force them to play something they don't want. Gotta make a game that everybody enjoys. It's the replayability. Like I like playing it because I like collecting cars. I'm a big hoarder with that stuff. But yeah, getting good replayability is essential for me, and story. If they could have, I forget what the company is that made Forza, but if they could take over the Need for Speed franchise and make more Need for Speed games where you had an actual storyline that you played through, because in my opinion, playing a lot of those Need for Speed games, like I got to the point where like I personally hate this guy that did my character wrong in this video game. Like, coming across him in real life, you may get swung on. They had really, really good story writing. It was quite interesting for what it was. And I would absolutely love to have a nice Forza style driving, how it feels in Forza, and the graphics with Need for Speed story and plots to it, and progression system. Because that's my biggest gripe right now, is I like playing games a lot where, especially like Need for Speed, you can pick between one of 3 cars to start. And theoretically, you can continue playing that same car through the entire game. You know, obviously it would take a lot of replays and upgrades and stuff, but you can continue. So if you always vibed with the Honda Civic and that's what you wanted to roll with, you can roll with a Honda Civic and just push that all the way through. That I would like. Forza and Gran Turismo, Forza Horizon, even Forza Motorsports, although they are really great games, my biggest gripe is I wish I could have a racing game where I can pick what my dream car would be, or a car that I've always wanted to see or always wanted to drive. I could pick that car and go through a series of races and get extremely far into the game. Excuse me? What do you mean? You're still going. That was crazy. Alright. Said my TikTok stream disconnected, but everything's still going alright. Any hoozle. Yeah, I would love to have a racing game like the OG Need for Speeds where you can get very far in the game, or if you were skilled enough, finish the game with the same car you started with. That to me, I think, added a lot to the feel of the game, how much you were invested, and having replayability so you can, continue doing different stuff to gain currency and unlock things and increase your car, and not just win money to buy a better car. Because I feel like that's cheating. Because for a lot of us, cars kind of transcend being just a tool to get from point A to point B, almost like they they get their own personality and almost become a living entity themselves. A lot of people have bonds with their cars and stuff, and that's, you know, I'm a car guy. I like cars a lot. I like all my old trucks I have, my Jeep, even my motorcycle, even though I'm trying to sell it. But you know, there's sentimental value to them. And I think that carries over. That has more of an impact with games like Need for Speed, where you were able to pick a car and that car literally became a part of your identity. That's what I miss. That's what I think would be awesome to have. Alright, I'm going to gather all these quests so I can start working on this stuff. Because I am in, yeah, same continent. That's good. After I go down to Gadget saying.
Can I help you?
Sure.
You got my attention. Talk to me.
Rocket parts. Ugh.
What's on your mind?
Hemmet Nessing Wary. So that is going to Northern Stranglethorn Vale. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow after the dailies reset for Duskwood.
Yo! Glad I could help.
Nice. Well, if anybody's enjoying hanging around, some wild cats here. Cool cats. Yeah, I would, again, it's all under your own accord. Just having people stopping in and viewing is greatly appreciated. But if you are so inclined, a like and or subscribe would always be welcome. Because there's a lot of stuff I do have planned for the future and things I would really like to do. And if I know I have people interested in it, that's going to be a big factor of the driving force behind it. Oh, dog's heard something. Hi Luna, can you don't need to lick me. No, you don't need to lick me. You like to eat and then come and do your crumb mouth all over my hand. It's gross. Slobbery dog crumb food mouth. But she is adorable. She my precious girl. Okay, let's drop these off in the bank. Lunar fungus. What was this for? I don't think I need this anymore. I'm gonna get rid of that. So I don't have any quests for that. Yeah, alright. Let's do this. Grab this flight path.
Well met.
And now, back up to Shimmering Flats, so I can wipe out the already struggling tortoise population. Tell you what, the difference Blizzard did between Classic and then looking at like the night sky on Draenor and Outlands. Uh-oh. That was a yawn. It's a struggle bus type of night after work. I apologize, I'm probably gonna be yawning quite a bit, but I'm gonna keep chugging along. Keep up the good fight here. 34. We got the wild strikes going on. Alright, now that I'm gonna fight, let's get into serious mode position. I didn't train in my new skill because I'm missing Ferocious Bite. Oh, I got Feral Fairy Fire, which is awesome. Yep, I forgot about that. Here, have a little of this. There we go. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Skinning 160. Big dog. Oh, I'm close. Crap. This is gonna be a long time. I apologize, but I wanna try to make sure I have my training, my skills trained, because I can't remember when you get Ferocious Bite or God, what's the other one? What's the one you use when you stealth? That hits like a truck. It's not Lacerate. Or is it? Yeah, it might be Lacerate. Been playing Druid for a while and I can't remember what it is. Rank 2? Hey yo. Demo Shout, there's Ferocious Bite. Ravage, that's it. There we go. Those are the big skills that I needed. Rank 2. Ravage, that's the big one. There's my Ferocious Bite. Yep, that's gonna be great. Healing Touch, rank 6. Alright, there we go. Now it's game on, dare I say. I need to head into Northern Shimmering Flats, where there's some lower level mobs for me to skin, so I can get my last 2 levels I need. Aquatic form. There we go. Ravage and Ferocious Bite. Dare I say, game on. Game on. Also, can you stay in aquatic form so I can swim a little faster? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What brings you?
Alright, give me one.
Farewell.
I definitely got the flight path to Ratchet. Does it prompt you if you learn a new flight path?
I am honored.
Alright,
Good luck.
boat trip it is. Man. So if I'm doing a boat trip, Northern Stranglethorn, do I have to run all the way down now? Into Booty Bay? Golly. How did Ratchet not... I am confused right now. Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta go make a pee-pee. Alright. I made it a pee-pee. I'm back. Hello and welcome, weary travelers. What are they doing? Yeah. You messed with the cats and you got tagged in the nose. You dogs know better. That's what happens. Alright, here we are. Making my way downtown. Walking fast, faces passing them all bound. Alright, I gotta see how long the jog through Stranglethorn Vale is gonna be. Does anybody... Can anybody tell me... Who's the developers for Forza? I think they stopped support on motorsports, didn't they? I think because they were dumping everything into Horizon 6. I can't remember. Playground games? Was it Playground? And then with Xbox Studios, I think. I can't remember. Golly, I don't know. Is it Playground Games? Is that the creator of Forza? Am I missing something here? I can't remember. What? Yeah. Any hoozle. If whatever the game developer is at Forza, I wish they would get hi little Mabel. This is our little marble. How's your nose looking? Yeah, a little bloody. Somebody got a little scratch on their nose because you don't leave the cats alone for some reason. And they're not afraid to rip you to shreds. Yep. They'll learn one day, maybe. But yeah, I would like to see, I say rip you to shreds, but just a nick on the nose once in a blue moon. Actually, hardly ever do anything with the cats, but when they do, the cats aren't happy. But yeah, whoever the game developer is for Forza, I would like them to take over or make their own version of like the original Need for Speeds. So you have a nice storyline where somebody crosses you, and then you go through the whole game, rising through the ranks.
Come on, baby.
to get him back. And do what you need to do. Because I think that would be fun. I miss those kind of games. Where is the... I just missed the boat, so it's going to take like 3 years. Oh, never mind. There it is. My bad. Disregard. Sit rep. I'm talking gibberish. Do have a cool polearm though. 12 agility and 11 stam. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See if anybody... I'm hoping I can get at least 1 or 2 more. Are you cleaning her nose off?
Because this is antibacterial,
Yeah.
I know. Hey. Evil.
She's over that.
Sure it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, well, maybe she should leave the cats alone.
Yes, I agree.
Alright, Piper, I got a cat tree in the corner, and Piper, that was the one that nicked Mabel's nose, is sitting there watching her, looking all proud. Yeah, it's first time I think they've drawn blood on any of the dogs. Normally they bat at them, but it's never any close enough conflict. But Mabel, she's a little meatball, so even if she gets excited, it's hard for her to stop. Her anti-lock brakes don't really work very well. She skids around quite a bit. But she was... So, Luna, the one that was up here earlier, she's our shelter cancer dog that we rescued from the shelter, then had her mass removed. Found out it was cancerous, but they think they got it all. Mabel, with a nick on her nose, she is... I found her around the corner. Just laying in the middle of the road. Wound up, I was going to help a friend move, and I actually took a different road than I normally do. I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go down this way. Maybe it'll be a little less traffic. There's a dog laying in the middle of the road. The universe willed it, so now we have our third rescue dog. And our first one, Winifred, she her parents were left behind when people moved out of the house they were renting, and the female dog was pregnant, and that's where we helped. We took one of the puppies, one of the few puppies remaining. A lot of them got already found homes, and then we helped with one of the stragglers that nobody seemed to be interested in, even though she had cute socks. She's our big old baby. They're all sweethearts. They just get a little rambunctious with the cats from time to time. But that's why I have cat trees, and the cats can go sleep in peace without any harassments. So I'm flying down to Duskwood so I can mosey on over to Stranglethorn Vale. And see what we can get into. 365 subscribers. I've only really been pushing YouTube for like maybe 4 months now. And I had like 49 subscribers for the longest time. Like years. And then I really started to push to make sure I was uploading every day and trying to be active. And I went from 49 to 365 in a few months. And that's a lot of support from a lot of different people. And it is greatly, greatly appreciated. You know, some days, some nights it's a bit slow going. But I gotta say it's a lot of support I've been getting. And it is greatly appreciated. As Mabel likes to cough. Our old woman, she's got... Yeah, all the stuff you guys have been doing and traction I've been gaining, and it's just absolutely appreciated. Like tonight it says I got 40 viewers. That's about 38 more than most nights, and that's pretty crazy. I don't know what's going on. But thank you to everybody stopping in. Absolutely appreciate it. 41. Holy crap. Who am I? Am I him already? I feel like I'm him. I might need to go into work tomorrow and let them know that their days are numbered, because, you know, I'm getting huge. So the one thing I would like to know, I don't know if I should make a post or can you do like surveys on your channel and stuff to see what your people that are subscribed, what they would like to see, if they'd be interested in possible future content? I don't know if that's something you can do. I'm still fairly new. I've been streaming for a while, but I'm fairly new to actually, you know, putting a lot of effort into it and try to keep going with it. But there is a road project that's going to be going on, and there's a very, very strong likelihood that my wife and I are going to be bought out of our property that we have here for a toll road to get put in. If that happens, we have been talking about moving out west somewhere. And if we do move out west somewhere, hopefully in or around the Rocky Mountains, I used to go four-wheeling a lot when I lived in Pennsylvania. I had old trucks and Jeeps. And one thing I would love to do is take a nice long trip on some of the nice, more relaxing scenic trails they have through the Rocky Mountains. And if it's something you guys would be interested in, it's probably not going to be for a few years, because we have to wait for them to do the appraisals and cut the check and us to find a place and all that stuff. But if that's something that people would be interested in seeing, I wouldn't be opposed to setting up a live stream as I'm partaking on this excursion through the Rocky Mountains with either my truck or my Jeep. But yeah, I don't know if you could do a poll or not. I'm unsure. Would be fun though. It'd be very fun. Alright. So this is, you know, as the title says, it's Season of Discovery. I've had a lot of fun because I really like what they did with the runes and the different abilities you can do. A lot of fun. A lot of nice changes to the game. Come Season 2 of Retail, I shall be finally decided I'm going to be running Feral DPS for a raid group. Normally I tank, but you know, if other people are interested in tanking, I will take a step back. Because our main tank, all he does is Protection Paladin. So I'm a lot more flexible and lenient. So I'm going to be doing Feral DPS. Which is kind of why I'm leveling a Druid in Season of Discovery. I have a Druid in Classic Burning Crusade Anniversary. Almost max level, but yeah, I wanted to mess with Season of Discovery for a little bit. Which is fun. I almost went back on my Death Knight, but I got a friend that might join on a Death Knight. So we'll see how it goes. Mabel. Hey. She already sleeping. No, you're not. Hi. Are you good? Did you learn your lesson? Not to mess with a cat? Miss Bloody Nose? She's over there pouting. She's our potato. Oh, probably could have saved him. Oh well. Alright, let's make this trek down here. Actually, I can turn in this quest for Nessingwary. I'm not necessarily going to be doing any of those quests, but I can turn in the first one for a little more experience. I'm safe from the Blood Moon, so I don't have to worry about being absolutely demolished by PvPers.
Greetings.
Greetings to you too. Looking for something specific.
What's on your mind?
And I'm gone. You're level 36. We're going to do what they call a pro gamer move and avoid the combat. And we're gone. So is anybody... Apparently there's a lot of mods you can get for SnowRunner. I've never messed with modded games before. Yeah, it's not something I'm familiar with. I wonder how you do that and what the mods are, where you would find the mods at, if it's just through Steam or what. Demon Gal looking for more for Blood Moon. That is not me. I'm gonna make like a tree and leaf. Right, Druid things. You get it? You guys got it. I understand. We're on the same level here. Same page. Blood moon returns at midnight and every 3 hours after. Local time. Oh, that's why. Real realm time, it's 11:44, so it's not even midnight on the realm. So there's 15 minutes. Why are you walking in the middle of the road? Come on, Shadow Panther. That's ridiculous. The audacity. First of all, how dare? Second of all, don't daze me, bro. So, question. Why did the dog fall into the well? I'll wait for your answer. See if you guys know this one. Why did the dog fall into the well? Let me know if you give up. Actually, I'll upload this. And then I would like to see if people know why did the dog fall into the well. I anticipate your answers to be great. Oh, we are almost to Booty Bay. Oh, hi, Winnie. Hi, baby. Hi, Winifred. How are you? So that's Winnie. That's our first rescue we had. She looks like she's getting tired. You alright, baby? Yeah, they like their big chairs. She looks like she's getting tired. You sleepy girl? Yep. You good girl? Good girl got her. Hi, baby. Hi, my chunky girl. She a thick one. Hi, baby. But she is an absolute sweetheart. You look like you're gonna fall asleep soon. Are you tired? You can fall asleep whenever you want to. My sweet girl. Yeah. She is a snuggler. And being as thick as she is, she gets quite warm. boat's not there yet, so I got time. I got time to move around. Sorry, everybody, but, you know, streamer luck. You thought I missed the first boat. It took forever. This one makes up for it. So this goes to Ratchet. I can double check. I can verify that I got the flight path for Ratchet. Because for some reason it wouldn't let me fly over there. Frustrating. But we're getting it. We are getting it. I do like Pharaoh. This is... yeah. Wild Strikes is so nice. Chance to gain extra attacks. For cat form and how fast they attack. Being a literal Wind Fury totem. It feels really good. And then swipe goes off of weapon damage. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to read some stuff. Because I didn't think everything was weapon damage. But swipe, now that swipe is improved, it goes off weapon damage. Which is really nice. I don't think I'm going to be taken into Black Fathom. Deadheads. Oh, you got the fire kitty? What? Is that a staff you can get? I think it might be. Alright, let's try this again. Heard that. Look at that. That is a dog. That knows how to sleep. How do I not have any flight paths connected to here? I think I need Deathswallow Marsh. I think that's what I'm missing. Yeah, she's sleeping. I think I need Deathswallow Marsh. That's what I am missing. That would make sense. Okay. All right. Let me get Dust Swallow Marsh. Then we should be good. Hopefully. Feline Grace or whatever it was. It was a restoration. Yeah. Fear or whatever. And then... what was it? This one? Cause damage, regrowth. Rage. I don't know. We don't need to read that yet. So
God is
to Auburndale. Then I have to head over to Wetlands. And then take the boat from Wetlands to Menethil. Grab that flight path. And maybe then I'll have stuff connected via Ratchet to elsewhere. It's doing me a heck of confused because I didn't get... I don't remember getting Stone Talon Mountain before Flight Path, before I got anything else, but it seemed like I was connected before. So the fact that I have Ratchet, I have Thousand Needles, and I have Ashen Veil, but Ratchet isn't a connecting flight path to them, so it's not counting. What you doing? Yeah, I'm talking to you. And down she goes. A little marble. She's a cutie. She's a cutie. She's like a big old spud. Alright, it is now... it's still not midnight in game, but it is almost 2 a.m. here, so... 1st of August, everybody. This year is going by fast. So Department of Transportation sent us a letter letting us know that in June, so last month, they already started what is this? I don't know. Appraisals for the properties are going to be affected by the toll road coming through the area. And from what we were informed is our property is going to be one of them affected. Which means there is a decently large chance that the wife and I are going to be bought out. And we're going to have to move. If we wind up moving. Neither one of us really care to stay in Florida, so we may be looking out west somewhere. Not sure where yet. But I think it would be pretty out there. Have the Rocky Mountains as a backdrop. She cooked. It's been a long, long, hard day for her. She is cooked. Our little Mabel. Absolutely cooked. Look at that dog. Not bad. Not bad. All of our pets are quite phenomenal. Quite phenomenal. Welcome, welcome everybody. If you've been here lurking, I greatly appreciate it. Any bit of support is beyond appreciated. If you're just tuning in, I'm Tallycrass. And that little meatball over there is Mabel. She's probably gonna start snoring up a storm soon. So there's one thing she enjoys, it's sleeping. And she's good at it. Very good at it. I think from, you know, don't know her story before I found her laying in the middle of the road around the corner, but she's got scars all over her face, so it looks like she didn't have that easy of a life. But now she has all the soft stuff she could ever want to lay on. And she takes advantage of it and seems to appreciate it, so dare I say, that's enough for us. Let's wait for this boat now. I was hoping to get into some actual combat and, you know, get some questing done, but having to traverse the entire continent to try to get flight paths and connect different zones together so I can move around slightly easier has been a bit of a faff, I won't lie. Oh, look who it is. I know this dirty dwarf. I know that one. Alright, boat, where you at? While we wait for the boat. Look at the little meatball sleeping over there. As she does. She's got some interesting poses too. She's not very flexible, so you know she rarely ever curls up. Luna's big; she'll curl up into a tiny ball, but Mabel, she'll just sprawl out everywhere. And when she comes into bed, we have steps for her. It's probably hard to see, but we got steps down there behind me to make it easy for her to get up in the chair and into bed. And she's just a bulldozer. Doesn't matter what's in her way. She's gonna step on every square inch of especially exposed skin as she can. Get those nails in deep. But, you know, that's her. That's our baby. She spent a while on the streets. Had a bit of a rough upbringing, judging by the scars on her face. Now she gets spoiled every day. Golly, the traction on YouTube is crazy. Right now it says I have 51 viewers on YouTube, which is about 50 more than average. That's insane to me. I don't know what's going on. Is it a full moon? Are the planets aligning weird? Or am I just that entertaining? I was hoping I could get up to 370 subs. Oh, no likes. Alright, well, I got 2 likes. It's not bad. That's appreciated. Any support is appreciated. I'm not gonna fret over high views and no interactions. I mean, the views themselves are crazy amount of support. That's wild to me. That's very appreciated. Very appreciative. See? Mabel can't even handle all the excitement. Look at her. Absolutely cooked. Yep. There she is. Our little meatball Mabel. So can I ask a question? Anybody in watching on YouTube? If, can you just type 1 in chat? I've never had a number this high before on any of the platforms. This is kind of wild to me. I just want to know if there's actual people watching. God, that's crazy. It says it's at 50. It's been slowly climbing. I don't know what's going on. $55. That's insane.
How are you?
That's what I needed, Menethil, and now it has everything connected. Because Ratchet can't just go up there or there. It's got to go all the way down to Menethil.
Your feet.
What are you going to do? Makes no sense, but, here it is. That's what we're stuck with. Makes no sense, but it is the classic network. Oh, I had something to turn in and Ratchet. Crap. Unbelievable. I was too hasty. Anyway, we got flight going on, so it's Mabel Cam. Look at big old meatball. The wife already went to bed, which means Luna and Winnie are already sprawled out in bed with her. I get Mabel keep me company. She's great company too. Always awake, always alert, always on guard, always ready to do Whatever you want to do. She's not. If it weren't for bodily functions like her bladder becoming full, I swear she'd lay in bed for a week. She loves the soft stuff. And I'm all about letting her stay there. She's earned it. She deserves it. Alright, I need to... Jobs, my friend, with serious profit potential. So how is every... Oh, those are still skull. Oh yeah, those are high. How is everybody doing well, this morning now? Now it's officially morning time. Well, it's 2:11 a.m. here. What's everybody up to besides tuning in to... Oh, no, I needed to go back up to Reg Crap. Tuning into somebody who has never had a viewer count this high before. That's crazy. Even on Twitch, when I kind of first started, I think I only got up to like 12 at the max. That's good. That's good. I appreciate it. I'm watching my viewer count here on YouTube. That's wild. 53 right now, which is roughly 52 more than I'm used to. That's awesome. That is unexpected. Crazy, some may say. But I'm glad you're doing good. Hey, studying everything. That would take a long time. Any particular thing you're focusing on studying right now? Or are you trying to sprinkle everything in at once? That sounds exhausting. Ooh. This is what happens studying too long. Too hard, too fast. Absolutely cooked. Yeah, I haven't. It's weird to me because I've had YouTube for a while, and I was at like 49 subscribers for the longest time, like years. And then about 4 months ago, I decided, I was like, all right, I'm gonna focus on it. I'm gonna try to keep consistent uploads and stuff. And I've gained a lot of traction, but you know, slow and steady. You have a Bigfoot podcast? I might have to subscribe to you. That's cool. Biblically accurate Bigfoot podcast. So does that go off of like the, you know, the giants and stuff that are recorded in ancient literature? Alright, you have me intrigued now. Money, faith, and the sound of freedom. End times, conspiracy theories, and joy. Jack's story. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna subscribe to you. A study in everything, because, I'm gonna have to watch some of those. That's intriguing. My curiosity has been piqued. So is
Time is money, friend.
biblically accurate Bigfoot podcast? Is that a new
What up?
podcast now?
Yo, hey, how you doing? Be good.
Time is money, friend.
Let me see where this is going. Back into the flats. Back into the flats. Awesome. Thank you very much. Biblically. Alright, now I'm gonna go to your biblically. Because I do find Bigfoot and stuff fascinating. Go to channel. So what do you key on with that? Cause I man, I used to watch a lot of Bigfoot stuff. Ancient Aliens was one of my favorite shows back in the day too, when I still watched a lot of TV. Before I got more into cars and, you know, working on my trucks and stuff and trying to play some video games. Because biblically accurate Bigfoot makes me think of like the giants that are depicted in ancient literature. Episode 100, that's a good streak. Is there also video to your podcast, or is it audio? Because I could just put it on in the vehicle and when I'm driving to work. We do everything from like cryptids, Bigfoot, to conspiracy theories, weird places, like everything. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, you're piquing my curiosity. I'm gonna have to tune into that. Because I think one of probably my favorite part about Ancient Aliens is all of the ancient civilizations they would key into. Alright, just audio for now. Alright, that'll work, because yeah. I don't mess with my phone when I'm driving, but I can set your playlist up and let it go while I'm heading to work. But yeah, the how much Ancient Aliens would key into all the ancient civilizations. Some of the stuff I'm like, alright, yeah, it kind of sounds like you're reaching, but a lot of it was, you know, I can't argue with the evidence you're bringing up here. What? Hi, Milo. You know how to get up on the desk. I was hoping to get some more questing done, but that was just a lot of traversing Kalimdor in Eastern Kingdom. Hi, Milo. What? She is... always needs attention. Are you gonna get in my way? Because that's always nice. Have you... man, I used to watch a lot of ghost shows too. I used to watch, what was it, Ghost Hunters with the Taps crew. I used to watch them all the time, but then the later seasons they started getting into, and I felt like it was just more for ratings than research at that point, and I kind of fell off. But one thing I loved about watching the early seasons of Ghost Hunters was how they would try to debunk everything, and if they couldn't debunk it, then they would go further with the paranormal investigation. Yeah, this is I got 3 cats, 3 dogs, and a tortoise. And they're all rescues. But this is Milo. She is definitely glued to me. This is her favorite spot when I'm playing my games. And she's getting fur all over me. Now I can finally start attacking stuff. I'm still 1 off. Alright, I gotta head up further. Yeah, that it was when, I don't know, probably season 3 or 4, when it started to become everything was haunted, and they never, it felt like their debunking kind of started to fall by the wayside, and that's when I'm like, I don't know, this isn't feeling like the same show that I really enjoyed. And then Discovery started to do a lot of random weird shows, and everything was, you know, felt like Ghost Adventures for all the different stuff, where they would just walk around and start yelling and screaming and running around.
You got my attention.
It wasn't very authentic sounding or looking, feeling, all that jazz. Heard that, Snorty. I think my my favorite one was when they were in Alcatraz, and they caught on one of their cameras up on the upper levels. There was a big shadowy figure that kind of walked towards the camera and then ran off, and that was awesome. Yeah, everywhere. Like the house I grew up in had some I've experienced some weird stuff, and so like a lot of that would be really, really interesting. Yeah, like if he could have a, you know, he always made sure his the main piece of equipment he would take with him on every ghost hunt would be a schmedium long sleeve shirt or a black schmedium V-neck, just to be as threatening as he could to all the unseens out there. Yeah, Zach, this crazy guy. It was funny. It was comical. I mean, it was an entertainment show. It was quite good. Yeah, it was up on, I don't know what floor it was, but yeah, it was up on one of the higher catwalks. Yeah, stuff like that was cool, where it was, you know, impossible for them to debunk it, but then they would try. Yeah, that's cool. That's always neat. I used to drive buses, city buses for Disney actually. And one thing that got me was it was such a boring job. And I would constantly sit there and think about stuff. Like I'd be looking up at the moon and thinking, you know, how did everything happen in such a perfect sequence that the moon is in perfect orbit with Earth? You know, we only see one side of it. And stuff like that, I think, is phenomenal. And I was thinking about, you know, paranormal activity and all this ghosts and everything, and I theorized, I was like, what if it's not actually spirits from an afterlife, but it's like because there's a lot of theories on alternate dimensions and stuff. You know, if it's a thin spot between dimensions, so the fact that it's never really a fully materialized form, it's always an apparition, a shadow, a blur. You know, if it's you're seeing through that thin spot between the dimensions, almost like a very cloudy window. So you can hear the voices, you can hear different stuff. You know, that's part of my ever-going means to entertain myself in an extremely boring job. Because that job would drive me nuts. That's when I realized I know a desk job wouldn't be good for me. I would always need, you know, idle hand syndrome. Yeah, Vernon von Braun, I think his name was. Werner or Vernon von Braun. He actually worked with Walt Disney too, for a lot of different stuff. I can't remember exactly what he worked with Walt, but he was a big part of that stuff too. Yeah, Vernon von Braun was a Nazi scientist that wanted to get away from the Nazis, so he offered his scientific services to the U.S. government. And yeah, that's how he became a vital part of our success. Yeah, I'm a big history buff and all that stuff. It's really neat. There was also documents released that when when they first landed on the moon, they said it resonated like they landed on a big hollow metal sphere and stuff like that. Gets the mind wandering. There was a show on Discovery too. I was watching. It was in Search of Giants or something, where they would these two, I think they were New Yorkers or something, that were trying to unearth skeletons and stuff. That's, yeah. I mean, well, you know, to me, the craziest thing about the moon is the fact that we only see one face of the moon. It's in that perfect alignment with Earth that it, never, there's dark side of the moon. You never see that backside. And what was it? I was also seeing something that was theorized that the Chinese or something might have a station up there already. I don't know. There's a lot of weird conspiracy theories and stuff, but there was also that when astronauts were up there and they went dark, because the going on the backside of the moon, and it was interfering with the signals for communication. They were actually doing research stuff that wasn't to be divulged to the public. Well, wasn't it a few years ago that the government came forward and said, extraterrestrials are a thing? And nobody really seemed to bat an eye on that. Do you think Bigfoot is... Because I've heard a few theories. Do you think Bigfoot is aliens that come down here, or do you think it's a species of humanoids that branched off and were able to hide and exist and avoid, intelligent enough to avoid us for the most part? Okay. So with the thought of it being demonic, is there evidence of any side wood knocking and throwing stuff at people and that I've heard before, but is there any evidence of demonic activity and what's the word I'm trying to think of? Any over the top hostility towards humans aside from what I've heard of just, tree knocking to startle them or, throwing stuff at them from a distance. Or at the same time, does demonic always have to mean, evil and dangerous, or is it, could it mean something like the interdimensional, just, a being from another realm that doesn't necessarily have to be evil per se? Yeah, because it is a very unique smell. They call them the skunk ape, I guess. Sulfurous, possibly. Yeah, it's very specific pinpoint events. I will agree with that. Well, that was the giants or Nephilim, fallen angels that bred with humans. Yeah, I haven't heard any accounts of anybody actually shooting them, but yeah, I mean that because the theory I heard was that they're social, or they're social to the point where they're aware of each other. So if there were to be one that would pass away, unknown how long they would be able to live for, they might have their own, if they're that old of a species, their own burial rituals and stuff. But the idea of not finding any kind of hard evidence, how much we've scoured this planet and pretty much shot everything that has ever existed on here. There's no Bigfoot trophy on somebody's wall. Yeah. But you also, I mean, you figure you do, because there's a lot of stories. So what I like to do if I'm trying, like, let's say I'm trying to figure out something, if multiple people, so I'm a handyman. I get a lot of people that ask me, hey, can you fix this? You know how to do that, and all. Even at work, if I come into work and they're saying, oh, something in back isn't working, can you go check it out? And I'll, if multiple people tell me at once, I'm like, well, what exactly is happening? So you take the similarities of the stories, the one, the parts of the stories that line up with each other, or their recollection, their descriptions, and then you use that as your base to try to figure stuff out. I would assume it's very similar with, have all these stories and you take the similarities, try to make sure that they're not close together, and people that have a possibility of sharing information, but try to debunk the stuff that seems a little far-fetched, and go along with other stuff that might line up and actually be factual. Inactivity detected in your life. Yo, TikTok is loud with this. So now you got me wanting to watch more Ancient Aliens again. So there was I was actually wondering if it was could have been a Bigfoot incident. There was I think there were high school science. Yeah, I'm on TikTok live right now. I do Twitch, YouTube, and this is my second time live on TikTok. But it was I think it was no there yeah it was college science students that were I think in Russia. They were going out on a camping trip for science research stuff, and they were missing for a while, and they finally found the campsite, and it was just completely demolished. They couldn't find any real evidence of what could have caused it. Excuse me. But there was awesome. Yeah, I'll actually let me hop over to, yeah, it's Tallycrass on TikTok. Tallycrass on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube's got Tallycrass with the numbers, but yeah, the students were found kind of scattered about all over the little wooded area that they were camping in. Tents ripped apart. There was ones that looked like they were startled out of a sleep and ran off in the snow when they're It may have been, but you know, no idea what happened to these. They, you know, all of them perished. They're frozen in the snow, and a lot of them wearing next to nothing because it looked like they were running from something, but there was no real clear tracks or anything. And I always thought, I was like, I wonder if that was possibly a, you know, a Bigfoot incident. And if it is, you know, the theory of them being either demonic or, you know, spiritual or interdimensional, you know, them being able to literally, you know, drop a smoke bomb and disappear would make sense as to why, you know, something like that could happen and there be no evidence left behind. Uh-oh.
Not enough.
Let me see. I love pass. 1959 tragedy in the Ural Mountains where 9 Soviet hikers died under extreme... Yeah. Yep, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, it was 9 of them. That's crazy. A group of 10 experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, led by 23-year-old, embarked on a challenging winter trek across northern Urals, aiming to reach Mount Otteran. One member left early due to illness, leaving 9 hikers, and they all perished. That's crazy. Yep, that is the incident that I was thinking of. Appreciate that. Oh, I didn't... Let me, hop over to TikTok quick, because I'm gonna toss you and follow as well. Activities. Yeah, I'm following back. I'm not paying attention here. Talking spooky stuff, and I'm getting intrigued and sidetracked. I'll have to look for that, because that was crazy hearing about that. I'm sure you got a lot of stuff that I've never heard about that I'm going to be quite intrigued to learn. I always like learning new stuff. When I was growing up, I would spend my summers in New Jersey, and my uncle was a fire marshal for a while, and he would take me to their training ground and everything. And he told me something. He said, the day you stop trying to learn something new is the day you've pretty much given up on life. So that's always stuck with me. I always like learning stuff. Always, you know, there's so much stuff out there that's intriguing. And the important part is approach it with an open mind. That is very, very, very important for learning and not just ignoring. Oh, those parries aren't good. Yeah. Yep, I do agree with that 100%.
Need more rage.
It's also, you know, the open mind thing too, you know, getting a different perspective. You know, I always like learning stuff, and I have very mechanically oriented, like trying to figure out the engineering side of stuff. You know, when I would be driving the bus, I'd be, you know, we get a lot of rain down here, so having a bus in front of me with a big puddle, and I'm, you know, looking at the reflection of the puddle and seeing all the mechanical work underneath, you know, the engine, how the engine's laid out and everything. That was always neat to me. But it's, you know, with a lot of this stuff too, it's I'm gonna harp back to Ancient Aliens again, but I really liked Ancient Aliens because it had multiple different viewpoints from people with a lot of different, you know, some atheist religion, you know, all different kinds of, you know, spiritual kind of mindset to them. And you would see a lot of similarities between them too, and it was one of those, having a broad variety of minds thinking about something and not having anybody say, well, no, you're wrong. Well, why? Because I said so. That would always get me aggravated when people would talk to me like that. But, you know, the more minds, the more open minds on a subject, I feel like the more you're able to get a better grasp on the possibilities. Have a lot easier time to find an answer. He's just bringing this guy right over to me. You know, that's making me scared here. Yeah, why does he gotta follow me? Okay, we're good now. We're good, we're safe. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look into some of your podcasts. I want to give them a listen. That's gonna be neat. Yeah. Yeah, teaching them how to view stuff instead of closing their mind off. Like, it's very, very toxic how, you know, you have to think in a certain way. You know, there's And it's weird because it's not even. Not even religion, which is, you know, unfortunately a big part of the closed-minded views on things. But like, for example, we just had the World Cup, and all these Europeans that were fed a specific narrative about the U.S., they come over here and they realize it's nothing like what they were told, and it's, you know, you trying to keep an open mind and view stuff for what's in front of you, not what you're being told to view it, is something I wish was encouraged more. Now the wife and I were talking with movies and stuff that get massive bad reviews, but the trailer and the story seems like something we'd be interested in. Well, we're still gonna go see it, regardless of how many people say it's bad, because there's movies got terrible reviews that I've seen that I thought were phenomenal. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few people that I play with that, you know, if you're telling me that you've got, telling me how things are, you know, oh, well, you know, this post on Reddit said this and that, I'm like, you're just feeding into it. You know, I've played games with a lot of people from some other countries, and hearing the vast majority of them have nothing but negativity towards the US because they get all of their quote-unquote news from Reddit. I'm like, you're just, unfortunately, that's part of the problem. Instead of taking first-hand account from somebody that's living in the so-called dumpster fire that you're telling me about. And I've been going over 3 hours. I might actually have to go to bed soon because I still got work tomorrow. Failed attempt. It's good progress. Got 2 levels tonight. That's pretty solid. I don't know how much you're a game enthusiast by any means. I mean, there's a lot of people that do like World of Warcraft and classic stuff, but I appreciate you stopping in and talking. Oh yeah, people that don't realize that the algorithm pretty much controls how they view and think of the world. Like, if you spend, you know, 0.2 seconds on a video too long, then that's all your feed is going to be, is everything that the algorithm thinks you want to see. So a lot of propaganda out there, and it's so hard to, unless you're actually living there, experiencing it. I try to. That's why I don't like politics. There's a lot of stuff I try to avoid because it's not healthy mentally. You know, unfortunately my wife would get all bent out of shape about stuff she'd be seeing with, you know, politics and everything. I even told her, I was like, what exactly, what are you gonna do about it? What are you in the power to do about anything that's going on, aside from trying to,
I got what you need.
you know,
Keep it real.
keep our savings account in a comfortable level and keep working and worrying about ourselves and what tomorrow's going to bring for us. You know, if the government does something that's going to drastically affect us, all we can do is adapt. That's funny. Bait their algorithm. Yeah, that is funny. Now, is it stuff that relates to your topics or just off the wall stuff you look for to try to make their social media pages really confused? I mean, yeah, World of Warcraft is a labor of love, so I know the new season of retail's coming out soon, so I'll be back in a rating heavy on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Oh, that's funny. Alright, I think, unfortunately, as much as I do enjoy the conversation, I got a pretty labor-intensive job, and I worked yesterday, tonight, I got 2 more days ahead of me, so I am going to call it here. Yeah, that's what I'm scared, because my YouTube and stuff I've been doing because I like gaming, obviously, and I like, I'm restoring an old F350, and then I got an F150 waiting to be restored, and an old farm tractor waiting to be restored. And I post a lot about the animals, so I got 3 main categories that I'm posting about, and if I just stuck to one specific, it would help the page grow a lot faster. But I also, I kind of want to share me for me, not try to specifically push one if I'm also very in the middle of the other ones. So yeah, absolutely. I'll be streaming again. I'm definitely going to I'll definitely be listening to some of your podcasts, because now you piqued my curiosity with that. So yeah, I'll definitely be back on again. I try to stream nightly, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'm off. I try to do more of an evening thing around 7. But yeah, I'll definitely tune in. Have a good night. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate the subscriptions. Definitely did toss you likewise back. But and as far as everybody else, the fact that I've been steadily climbing, 56 viewers right now. That's crazy. I never have those viewers, but 10 out of 10. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support. Definitely appreciate the shares. And until tomorrow, hope everybody has a great Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday now. And have a good night.